March 25th. Today will be painful for me. As for many people on the spectrum, turning the personal self into a social self is connected with a lot of trauma, often only compiling as life goes on. But let's start with what this stage is all about. With stage 3, after building a world and building a personal self, we come to the stage of the social self. Turning the personal self into the social self allows us to experience ourselves as part of a group. Take the example of joining a team. Suddenly, you're not just yourself anymore. Your boundaries extend to include your team members. They become a part of you. Energy flows not only between your own cells anymore, but between you and your team members. Energy equaling information. And with that, the perspective from which you see yourself, your team members, and the world is also a different one. Your perceptions chosen to attach data to so they can rise to the conscious level align with those of the others. Research has shown that the more you listen to someone, the more your brainwaves sync. And that's not just a momentary thing. It also influences how you process subsequent information. The more you interact with each other in the team, the more you will be of the same minds when presented with information. It's called neurocoupling. We are forming our opinions by assimilating them from the group mind. Autistic people, more often than not, will fail at this stage. When you look at all this energy flowing and brainwave syncing, you will already guess why. You need to have a quite similar architecture of your mind to make this process possible. You can't catch VHF, the broadcasts, with a LVW radio. Autists are the LW radio in this example from the old days. Different wiring on either side. And I want to stress this. There's a double empathy problem. It's not just the autistic person. Both sides are incapable of catching the other's vibes, incapable of making inferences about the mental state of the other, unless both sides construct a meta-architecture that embraces the existing architecture of the other to some degree. But in our society, it is considered solely the task of the autistic person to bridge the gap, build a meta-architecture and run it smoothly, to mask so you appear of normal wavelength, to deny who you are. Every failure is harshly punished with exclusion because you are considered too difficult to be around. I try to make inroads by being useful, like I do here in a way, I guess, by sharing knowledge that may make your life better, too. Again and again, though, as soon as the usefulness is considered to lessen by the others, what I lack comes back to the forefront, lacking by being too much. The resulting loneliness and pain is profound. No wonder that only something like 17% of autistic people have a real job, and the life expectancy of autistic people is so far below that of the average person. Anyway, chances are that you, who is watching this, will be at this stage of social self, as 85% of all people are. It's not a good or bad thing. What you should take away is that your experiences and opinions are shaped not by you, but by the group around you. Explore what of it is you, also known as thinking. Make a habit out of thinking. Let's turn thinking into a movement. Like, comment, share, and as always, thank you for gifting me with a few minutes of your most precious, your lifetime.